I'm not able to share my screen, so please enable that feature for me. I'm getting a message like host has disabled participant.
Prashasti ma'am, after this video, we will allow you. Yeah.
All right, I am not asking for recording, ma'am. Please allow me to share the PPTs.
Yes, ma'am. After this video, I will allow you for the sharing of PPT.
Then how will I discuss, ma'am? Okay. Let me try another way. Because see, this is image processing thing, na? So it will be better if students can see the applications in live fashion. Or shall I send you the PPTs? Then will you manage?
No, just wait for 1 minute. Wait for 1 minute only. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Now today with us Professor Prashasti ma'am. Welcome you ma'am. So
thank you ma'am for inviting me for this session.
Okay, I will provide you a. Okay ma'am, you can share your screen please.
Okay.
Indu ma'am, please mute other participants.
Sure, ma'am.
Are you able to see the PPTs?
Yes, ma'am.
That shows the title.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so shall I start?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay. Or shall we wait for more participants to join? So if you want, I can wait also.
Oh, ma'am, you can start because we have time limit. So.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Okay.
So good morning, everyone. I'm Prashasti Kanika here from NMIMS Mumbai. So today we are going to discuss the applications of image processing in medical domain. Now the topic is very much interesting because we are going through a phase where the healthcare sector is on boom. All right. And here in image processing domain, there are huge chances for research. So the main idea of conducting this workshop is to make students aware in the recent areas of research from hardware viewpoint also and from software viewpoint also. Because recently IIT Mumbai students have developed one MRI machine that is low cost and very efficient as compared to recent technologies that are available in the market. The students who are having interest in hardware domain, so they can also find this topic interesting, as well as the students who are interested in software development, in devising new algorithms, new techniques for processing of images. So for them also, it is very useful. All right. So why we have selected medical domain today for discussion? We study under medical domain to diagnose, treat, and cure the diseases. Now, what do we mean by diagnosis of diseases or infections or fractures? So, whenever we come across some medical injury, so doctor advises us to undergo some kind of tests, and then through the tests or say x-rays or ultrasound sonography or MRI. So these are the techniques that help the doctors to go through the actual condition of the patient, and then later on they can make the decision like what should be the next plan of action. All right. So for treating the diseases also and for curing the diseases also, this is very much important. Now, another is important factor is for creating the visual representation of the interior of a body. Now, why this is important? Because when we want to go through the interiors of the body without making any cut in the body. So without making any cut, if we are able to observe what are the changes or what are the problems, so that is a boon of medical science for our mankind. Another application is for clinical analysis and medical intervention. So for suppose a doctor wants to plan for a surgery, then once he goes through the tests, the images, then only he will be able to localize where the problem is, where the fracture is, or where the brain tumor is, and then accordingly he can plan for the surgery. And for visual representation of the functions of some organs or tissues. So there are many organs that are hidden. So how they are functioning, whether their functioning is normal or it is normal, it is not normal, or is there any indication of a forthcoming disease, then even that can be observed through the medical images. All right. So first we'll see the essential components that are required for medical image generation. So essential component is use of image sensors. So the sensors include the cameras or scanners, and once the images are captured, then they are digitized. Then to support this, we will need image processing hardware. Now why hardware is required? Because as the images are huge in size, so supporting good quality and high processing hardware will be required for capturing and processing of the high volume of images. Then we will need a computer system depending on the capability required. All right. Then we will need mass storage for storing the data for a patient. Now, as we are going 230 to 280 images are generated for single patient. So now you can assume like how much memory space will be required for storing this kind of data. All right. Then we'll need hard copy devices to take a print of the images that are captured through the different modalities. For recording the images, the way we get the X-ray output on X-ray film, so that kind of devices will be required that will enable us to take print of the images. Then next essential component is image processing software. So a software will be required to process the image right at the source site. And at last, we will be needing image display, a device that will help us in displaying the images that are captured. So why this is important? Because that will help us to monitor whether the images that are taken, they are correct or not. At the same time, they will help the doctors also to make some decisions. So here, for display purpose, we can use a monitor or a television. So on this slide, we have discussed the essential components that are required for generation of medical images. Now we will quickly go through the basic steps for medical image processing, and then we will go to the application part. All right. So the major steps that are involved in image processing. So we'll start with acquisition of images. So acquisition of images means from whichever source the images are generated, they will be taken to image processing system. Okay, so for this purpose, either the images can be directly transmitted through a cable, or any hard copy, or any hard copy device can be used for transferring the images from the source to the image processing system. The next step is about restoration of images. Now, why this restoration is required? Because while capturing the images, there may be some kind of movement in the patient. So due to motion, we may miss out some minute details about the image, or there could be some kind of noise, or the picture quality may be poor. So for that purpose, we go for restoration of images. After restoration, next activity is about enhancement of image. So enhancement is basically a touch-up kind of thing. So the activities that can be performed under image enhancement could be sharpening of images, it could be noise reduction, it could be enhancing the contrast level to make the image look better, and so that we can go for further processing very smoothly. After that, next activity is about color processing of the images. This is, we can say, some kind of optional activity. So it is not compulsory for all kind of images. But yes, so if we can go for segmentation or different kind of activities based on some kind of color boundaries or colorization of pictures, then in that case, we should go for color processing of the images. So commonly used color model is RGB. That is used for coloring of the images. All right. So after that, next activity is about compression of images. So wavelets can be used for compressing the images, because as we have already discussed that the size of images is very huge for transmission and further processing. So it's better to compress the images first and then go for the further processing. Then here I have taken a basic example of segmentation. So the next activity is segmenting the highlighted or say desired region of interest from the actual image that is obtained from the sources. So here in 6A and 6B images, you can see like first one is the original image, and in second image, the desired region of interest, that is a lesion that is highlighted. So it is easy to extract or focus the lesion. All right. Then next activity will be about a representation of the images. So whichever form we want to use for representation, it could be boundary representation or the edges or the region. So that way can be used for representation purposes. Then description. So we want to add details to the images and the results what we have obtained. And then recognition. So once we recognize the desired segment, then we can go for further analysis, and then we can go for the next step that is required. All right. So in this slide, we have discussed the major steps that are required for processing of medical images. Now, what will medical image processing give us? So we will briefly see the goals of image processing. So one goal could be quantification. Now, what do we mean by quantification? When we want to quantify the details hidden inside an image. So doctors may ask us to find out the area that is under consideration or volume in case of brain, because as we know, as we age, the brain volume reduces with respect to age. So in the applications like a brain volume computation, or when we want to compute the impact of dementia. Yes, sir. If any query is there, okay. So there are some applications when we doctors ask us to calculate area or volume from some images. then that can be performed through medical image processing. Another application is to make the features measurable. That can be achieved through segmentation. It can be used for computer-aided diagnosis, like using measurements and features to make a diagnosis. So this will again help the radiologist to make the decision to diagnose the patients, as well as to also to capture the progression of the disease. For example, somebody comes to know that some kind of tumor has been developed in, say, brain. Okay, so today the doctor may ask him to undergo some kind of, say, MRI test. Okay, the details will be stored and doctors will start the treatment. Then maybe after 1 month, again doctor will ask the patient to undergo same kind of test just to monitor whether the disease is under control or not, or whether the medicines are giving good help in terms of curing the disease or the tumor. All right. So along with the diagnosis, it will also helps in tracking the effect of medicines or treatment in the patients. All right. Another goal is to give evaluation and validation. So suppose somebody has published some research paper stating about some algorithms that works well on certain kind of data sets, and suppose you also find that area interesting. Okay, so what you can do, you can evaluate the methods that are already developed by other researchers. Then there are chances to propose some kind of improvements in those methods. So this kind of processing techniques will help you to validate other algorithms as well as your research also. All right. So now I'm going to cover different modalities, because here also there is huge scope for research. So students can suggest some kind of improvements in existing way the images are captured. All right. And then we will see the software viewpoint. So first I'm going to discuss the X-rays. So everyone is familiar about this kind of setup. All right. So an X-ray is a very common procedure used to get images of inside of a body. It uses radiation in the X-ray part of the electromagnetic spectrum. So here in right hand side, you can see that the patient is asked to lie down on a panel, and X-ray beams are projected in one direction, and below the patient there is a set of films that record the captured X-ray beams, and based on the information received, the X-ray images are generated. So this helps the doctors to check whether the bones are in proper place or they are working, or they are fine. All right. So if any crack or any damage, or even if it is a soft tissue injury, that can be easily observed through X-ray imaging. So the common uses could be to guide surgeons as they are operating. They can also be used to detect broken bones and plan the best course of treatment for this. And in right hand side, you can see how the X-ray images. So actually X-ray beams are used for this purpose. So in common language, we call them X-ray imaging, but the image generated is called as a radiograph. Now I am discussing another modality for generation of medical images, that is computerized tomography, also called as CT scan. So what is a CT scanner? So it is a little bit advancement in X-ray image generation. So in X-rays, what happens that the X-ray beams are projected only in one direction, but here you can see the arrangement in right hand side. Okay, so the X-ray beams are projected in either elliptical or spiral fashion to capture the cross-sectional view of the human body. So the technique is same, but it is applied in different way to capture the internal details of human body. All right. So what do they produce images of? They can be used to visualize bones, internal organs, and blood vessels. Upper bodies such as brain, neck, spine, chest, and sinuses are commonly scanned using the CT scanner. The common uses of this, they are frequently used in diagnosis, for example, to find tumors or to see broken bones. Another use is to find more details after another scan, such as an X-ray. So if we are not able to detect all the problems through X-ray, then the doctor suggests us to undergo a CT scan. Monitoring is also an important use of CT scanners, as regular scans allow the progress to be kept of any developing condition, for example, cancer. So this kind of modality also helps us in monitoring the progress of the disease as well as effect of the treatment. Another important modality we are discussing is MRI, also called as magnetic resonance imaging. So what is an MRI scanner? An
Hello,
MRI scan.
Prashasti ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Prashasti ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Only 8 minutes are left. So we
Oh.
will rejoin after 7 minutes, or you will conclude in.
You suggest
No.
whatever is applicable.
If there are slides, number of slides remaining are more, then we can rejoin. Or
Mm, then shall I finish the modalities first? Then we will rejoin. So for software aspects, we will rejoin.
okay,
All right?
ma'am. Okay. Okay. Continue, ma'am.
Yeah. So here in right hand side, we can see the difference in the quality of images captured through CT scan and MRI. So the things that cannot be captured, or the details that cannot be captured easily through CT scan, they are clearly visible in MRI. So in right hand side, you can see the picture quality through both the modalities. All right. So MRI can be used to get images of the brain and spinal cord, of bones, the heart, the blood vessels, and different internal organs. So common uses of MRI, the uses are similar to those of a CT scanner, diagnosis, getting more detail for treatment planning, and monitoring of ongoing treatment. Another useful modality is ultrasound. So all of us are aware of this one also. So an ultrasound uses high frequency waves to show what is inside a part of the body. It is also known as sonogram. So what do they produce images of? So ultrasounds can produce images of unborn children in real time, as shown here. So the working principle is sound waves are projected on the surface of the womb, and the sound waves are projected, and the way the sound waves are captured back, using this information, the images are created. So that will help the doctors to make the decision whether the growth of the baby is normal or whether it is up to the predefined mark or level. All right. So the most common uses are to monitor unborn babies. However, they are also used in diagnosis and during certain procedures for guiding surgeons. There are more modalities. So if you are interested in carrying out your research on modalities part, you can go for this PET, positron emission tomography. You can also go for diffusion weighted imaging or DTI for further. So ma'am, now we can stop here. Then we will start with the software applications. All right.
Okay, ma'am. We will rejoin after 5 minutes.
Yeah. You
All
let
the
me know.
participants, all the participants, please rejoin this session after 5 minutes.